Another step taken down the road to the UFC. The UFC won an Emmy, Kiwis fighting across the ditch, and New Zealand's longest running MMA night is around the corner. Let's take a look what happened in the last week with a Squared Up update. Clean sweep for the Kiwi boys on the road to UFC. Aaron Toe and Lawrence Louis both won their first round road to UFC fights. Aaron won his with an impressive less than 90-second TKO with elbows, and Lawrence won his by decision. Actually, matter of fact, Anzac's won 5 out of the 6 fights, so it's a pretty good outcome all around. This will be the last time I talk about Road to UFC for a while because the semi-finals and the finals aren't happening till later in the year. Congratulations to everyone who won, and you've done your country proud. It wasn't on my bingo card for the UFC to win an Emmy like ever, but they've won 2 in fact for their show they put on for UFC 306 at the Vegas Sphere. It's not really surprising because it's an incredible show, and if you haven't seen it, I can't recommend enough going back and watching it. It's an experience to say the least. Take the fights out of it and just the presentation of the story they tell about Mexico, the Mexican people, to celebrate Mexican Independence Day. The 2 Emmys that the UFC won were Outstanding Studio/Production Design/Art Direction and Graphic Design Specialty. Aussie promotion Hex and their amateur program Road to Hex is on this weekend, 1st of June. There's a few fighters out in New Zealand fighting on that card, including the lightweight Hex champion Kieran Joblin from City Kickboxing. There are too many to list here, but you can catch a breakdown of both Hex cards on Across the Ditch, which is a show that I do with Joel Rasmussen from Southern Cross Combat, where we break down MMA cards from across New Zealand and Australia. All the best to the Kiwis representing on that card, and you can watch that fight on csn.watch. New Zealand's biggest MMA night is back with Shuriken Fight Series. They're back with SFS 21 in about 2 weeks on June 7th. The team at Shuriken have mastered the art of matchmaking, and I can't praise the production of the show enough. They somehow keep getting it better and better with every single show. If you're in Auckland, I highly recommend getting a ticket and going to watch it at Event Finder Stadium in the North Shore. Otherwise, you can watch the prelims on csn.watch and the main event on UFC Fight Pass. You can also catch a breakdown of this fight card next week on Across the Ditch with myself and Joel Rasmussen from Southern Cross Combat. And while you're there, you can show us some support. Give us a subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram. The support goes a really long way. And that's the MMA news from the last week, and now you are all squared up.